The Biden administration has zero sympathy for veterans. Just listen to this.
Roughly 33,000 homeless veterans across the United States. And Marine veteran Kate Monroe is on a mission to help them by traveling to encampments nationwide.
Do you know that that building was built to house veterans?
Yeah, they turned me down.
And they turned you down? Why did they turn you down?
When you got out of the Navy, did you transition well and then become homeless?
I just got swept under the rug or whatever.
Do you feel like you served and your country's not doing much for you right now?
Sometimes, yeah.
Wow, Vetcomm founder and CEO and former congressional candidate in California, Kate Monroe, joins us now. Kate, you are amazing. You're a veteran yourself. You started this company. It's incredible. You go into these encampments, dangerous areas. You said, what's happened to you when you go into these areas?
I've had drug dealers try to beat me up. I've been chased down the streets. I've had machetes pulled on me. I finally ended up having to get a body man because I was so unsafe standing on top of needles and other drugs. It's very scary, very scary work.
It's so sad. And with your experience, you have such a heart for these veterans. We all do, but you were in it with them. So why are so many veterans homeless?
So many veterans are homeless because they transition poorly from the service. We're a skill bridge company, meaning if you're an active duty service member, you can work for us while you're still active duty. And the second you get out, you will have a job. But that's not the case for the millions of people that get out of the service. So they don't have a runway, they have no money, and they have mental health challenges that no one addresses.
Right.
We just sort of let you out of the service like, good luck.
So what do you do when you go in and you find a veteran that's homeless?
Well, when we find a veteran that's homeless, if we're in a city that we have partner resources, we usually bring those partner resources out on the walk with us. That way, if the person is willing to get off the street today, we can get them off the street today.
Awesome.
That's nice.
What about this administration? Has the Biden administration been helpful for you? Have we seen numbers go up or down? And what about under Trump?
Well, it was interesting. Trump's first term, it was way down, veteran homelessness, because they were really heavily leaned into the veteran community. And then when we had this migrant crisis, a lot of the VA HUD-VASH funds that are supposed to house homeless veterans ended up getting reallocated to migrants. So it went up by 12%. And I think it will go back down under this new administration.
Wow. So that money that was supposed to go to veterans went to the migrants.
Correct.
And that's why some of these veterans
Yes.
are on the street. They didn't tell that first guy why he wasn't allowed to stay in the shelter.
Well, they're not allowed to stay in the shelter because there's not enough shelters is the problem. And if you went to prison, like most of these people have gone to prison for domestic violence and things, drugs, and then they can't get in the shelter. They won't put them in these military shelters, so they continue to not get rehabilitated. They just retain their trauma for their whole life.
Well, I know you're going to be working with Washington. You're a lobbyist as well. You'll be working with Doug Collins and whoever some of these appointments, if these appointments go through, Pete Hegseth possibly. So thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
You're awesome.
I want everybody to listen to this stat. 9,000 roughly per illegal immigrant that taxpayers are fronting. That's more than we spend per Medicaid beneficiary. That's more than we spend on the most vulnerable American citizen for their health care. That's more than we spend for our heroes, our veterans, in the way of military retirement benefits. So I think for everyone, this should be unacceptable. I believe it is quite avoidable, but this is the real and significant, and at the state and local levels, especially unsustainable cost of the current border crisis.
Man, what a shame this Biden administration is, putting illegal migrants and their needs ahead of veterans and American citizens. I can't wait for January 2025 so the Trump administration can fix this mess. You let me know what you think about this in the comment section. God bless you and your family. Catch you on the next one.